Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and salam sejahtera to the viewers. My name is Hezsleenn Helmi alias Hasbullah, and I will be presenting my proofreading and editing analysis for written report of ELS 253 Proofreading and Editing 2 course. So, in this presentation, I have selected an extended abstract entitled Human Evolution. And during this presentation, I will discuss about the background of the abstract, the language errors that I've identified, and my evaluation of its content and contents. And finally, I will also conclude with the overall findings from my proofreading process. So, without further ado, let's begin. So, as you can see from the table of contents, this presentation consists of 4 main sections. First one, I will provide the background of the extended abstract and briefly explain its main topic. Second, I will discuss the language errors that I found, including grammar, word choice, and punctuation errors. Third, I will analyze the content and context of the abstract, and I will explain how this affects the overall quality of the text. And finally, I will conclude by summarizing my findings and reflecting on what I learned from this proofreading task. Before I explain the extended abstract, I would like to share my experience during the proofreading process. So, after I have carefully proofread and edit the text, I found a total of 30 language errors and 7 context and content errors, which include the grammar mistakes, word choice issues, punctuation errors, and also problems related to the content accuracy and academic tone, which I think this process helped me improve my proofreading skills and give me a better understanding of academic writing standards. You can also see from this screenshot, I also highlighted the errors that I have found with different colors to differentiate them. Moving on to the abstract itself, the extended abstract discusses on human evolution and presents evidence from several areas, including religion, genetics, primatology, and also fossil records. The writer aims to show that human evolution is scientifically supported through evidence from these different fields. Moving on to the analysis of language errors. Here is several language errors I found in the text, which in the 3 categories, which is the grammar errors, word choice error, and punctuation error. So the first error was the as well as had smaller jaws. So this was corrected to as well as having smaller jaws, because the phrase after as well as should be follow a parallel grammatical structure, and the correction improves grammatical accuracy and readability. So the second error here involved the phrase the central corporate discovery, which is the corporate word was not suitable in this academic context. Therefore, it was replaced with major to create the phrase the major discovery, and this improves word choice and ensures that the intended meaning is communicated clearly. The third one for this slide is if dash a universal grandmother, and a hyphen was incorrectly used. It was replaced with a comma to form if, comma, a universal grandmother. Since this is a positive phrase providing additional information, a comma is a correct punctuation mark, and this correction improves clarity, grammatical accuracy, and academic style. And this part would be the context and content analysis. So moving on, the first issue identified was inconsistency in academic tone. The writing shifted between formal and informal language, which reduced its effectiveness for an academic audience. And to address this issue, the text was revised to maintain a formal and objective tone throughout. Consistent academic language helps improve clarity and professionalism. And the second issue involved this statement: evolution is no longer just a theory. This wording can be misleading because in science, a theory is not a guess. A scientific theory is a well-supported explanation based on intensive evidence. Therefore, this statement was revised to evolution is a well-supported scientific theory. And this correction improves factual accuracy and demonstrates a better understanding of scientific terminology. and this overall revision strengthened both the content quality and contextual appropriateness of the text. I believe we have came across the ending, which is the conclusion. So, this proofreading and editing task allowed me to identify a variety of language issues within the text. And the analysis also showed that although the discussion of human evolution was generally supported by evidence, but several language errors and context and content errors were also present. And by correcting these errors, the text could become clearer, more accurate, and more suitable for academic writing. And this activity also helped me develop stronger proofreading, editing, and analytical skills. And this overall proofreading process demonstrates how careful editing can improve the accuracy, credibility, and effectiveness of academic communication. Now it's the ending. Thank you for the viewers. And big thank you to my lecturer, Miss Aisha, and my fellow classmates on helping me completing this assessment. I'm really grateful for everything, and I have learned a lot of things throughout the process. So I will end my presentation right here with Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.